Hello and welcome to what seems to be turning into my annual snowy weather, stay warm in your van related type video. I'm just going to be testing out my Chinese diesel heater here. When I installed this in the spring, it was actually quite mild, so I've never really demonstrated testing this in cold conditions, so I've been waiting for a day like today. This van is a VW T4, so it's quite a small little camper van. It is insulated, so I do have the boards and the carpet, and behind that I've got polyester Dacron, I think it's called. The windows aren't insulated, although I have got a tarp on the windscreen at the moment, keeping the snow off that, so that might help a little bit. I've got the indoor and the outdoor temperature here, so it's 2.9 degrees outside, 3.7 in here, and then there's a little watch here so you can see how long it takes for this heater to warm the van up. In my last video, in the installation video, I was just using automatic mode, which is where you select your target temperature as such, and then when you press go, it will automatically adjust its power to try and chase that target. As soon as it reaches it, it'll slow itself down. I don't actually use that. I much prefer the manual mode, which is where you just press these two together, and that says P 2.4 hertz, 2.3. That's the pump speed, so basically that's how fast it's going to pump diesel into the burner, and you're just manually choosing anywhere between 1.2, I think is the lowest. It goes all the way up to 5 being the highest. Now I don't like on 5 because it's quite ferocious, so what I'm going to do for this test is I'm just going to run it on about 4 just until it warms up for a bit, and then I'll probably just turn it down to about 2.5, something like that. So there we go, I've set the pump to 4, press go, it says on, and what this is going to do is it's going to do all its startup procedure, and inside here we've got bars that fill up. Once that's filled up, that means that the burner inside is at its maximum temperature. It's going to want to get up to that as fast as it can. So what it does, even in manual mode, is it fires up and it burns really intensely until that's full, and then it will calm down to the pump speed that you've set. So it's still kind of got a mind of its own, even in manual mode. Just for reference, it is about 20 to 3, and this is saying 2.4 degrees outside, 3.8 degrees inside. So the diesel pump has just started that clicking noise. That means it's pumping diesel fuel into the burner, and then the fan will start to speed up. So now it's going a bit berserk, and you can see the bars here are starting to fill up. Yeah, it's just gone to yellow. It's going to carry on like this until that's all full. Yeah, so now that the burner's warmed up to operating temperature, it's now just slowing down to 4 hertz. It's just been a few minutes and it's just starting to come out nice and warm here. Okay, so this has been running for about 20 minutes. It says 11.6 degrees. However, I think that this is a slow to catch up thermometer, because this thermometer is reading about 16, and the one built into the heater is actually reading 19 degrees. Let's see, and it feels warm in here. I mean, I've had to take my jumper off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this down to the lowest, just tick over speed, 1.2 hertz, that's the lowest it'll go. That will slow right down, but I suspect we're going to see this slow thermometer catch up. Okay, that's been about another further 20 minutes, and these seem to have settled, all three thermometers. This one is still saying, well, this one's saying about 19 degrees. That may be because it's near to the heater, I'm not sure. This one has settled about 14.9, 14.8, which is the not so optimistic result. But I trust this mercury thermometer the most, and that has settled at around about 16. I'd say it feels about 16 in here. I've had a lot of people saying this is overpowered for this fan, but I wouldn't say so. This is a 5 kilowatt version on its slowest tick over mode at the moment. You can tell because it's nice and quiet. It's settled at about 16 degrees in here when it is 2.1 degrees outside. That's quite nice actually, I'd say. Some people like to sit a little bit warmer. I mean 18, 19, maybe 20 degrees. You could just pop the power up a little bit and it'll sit at that higher temperature for you if that's what you prefer. I hope this has been useful to somebody. I've hardly had a chance to even use this fan or this heater with the crazy year that we've had, but I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.